I'm going to show you in this video all about the new exciting updates that Aware has done to their online testing platform. So the first thing is I'm going to find the assessment that I've been working on, and just in case you're not familiar, there's a couple of different ways you can actually drill down to the assessment if you know exactly where it is, or don't forget you can always type in a few words in the search menu at the top and then click on it to find it that way. Then one of the first things that I want to show you is on the administration tab. They have really added on a lot of new universal online testing supports. Enable Calculator has been there. It's something that you can turn on for all students and decide which type of calculator, and that will be present for all students to be able to use in the online testing platform. Another very exciting thing is the Enable Student Summary. If you click this, that will enable students to view their answers after they have submitted their responses, and when I say that I mean they'll be able to see which ones they got correct and which ones they did not get correct. Some pros and cons to that, in case you're worried about students sharing answers. But one of the pros is, that you might be able to have students know which questions they needed to seek out extra support on, which skills, which types of things, and then be able to go work on those. Maybe watch some of your learning videos or come to some tutorials and then be able to retest on those specific questions. Okay. Another thing is specifically only for online testing, enable question randomization. Okay, it gives you this warning to make sure that questions are properly linked to resources. And if you have any resources, for example, if you have passages or maps or graphs, whether you added them yourself or whether you got them from the item bank, you need to make sure that all of your questions are linked to them. Otherwise, when they scramble them up, then the students wouldn't necessarily be able to see the right passage or graph in order to answer the question. Okay, so that is also, again, only available on online testing. There are these wonderful links to give you more information if you're not sure about them or if you want to learn more about them. One other thing is the lockdown browser. Now we're currently in talks with our district IT department in order to get that set and get some specific directions for that. So just know that that part is coming. The other updates to the online testing all are on the Test Available link. So on the Analyze tab, I'm going to go to Test Available. And then if you notice, all of these tests have this blue link. This one does not. That's because these tests have already had Online Test Proctoring turned on. And so if I just clicked on Online Test Proctoring with all of these available, then I would have a ton of different tests to see. So it's really nice that they've got these links here, because what they do is when you click on them, I'm going to go down to my assessment that I started, turn it on. Once I click on that link, it takes me directly to the Online Test Proctoring tab, and it also filters, and it only shows the test that I clicked on. So I have less to look at, and I get less confused as to which one I'm starting. So that's a really nice feature. Another thing is you could go ahead, if you wanted to test every kid in this period, you could just click here, Start All. And that would start every single kid in that period, makes it all available to them. That's the nice thing. Now, if you want to go ahead and start and only start it for certain students, click on that Show Students, and just like before, click on their names, and then you'll notice over here it says Start Selected or Start All. Start All will start everyone in this class period, whether they're selected or not. Start Selected only starts it for the students that I have checked. So that's a nice extra little feature. I want you to also remember that stopping a test is only for all of the students who have it available. If I click that, it will turn it off for everyone in that class. Okay? A couple of other things are about the online supports. In the previous video I had, Spanish was not an option. Now I want you to know that that does not translate your test questions and answer choices. Those still need to be typed out in Spanish or gotten from the item bank in Spanish. However, what it does translate are the like the test directions to the students, the buttons, the click here and submit, all those things that had been in English before. It automatically translates those buttons into Spanish for the Spanish test takers. So you can turn that on for individual students. We've talked a whole lot about text-to-speech and what that entails for students, but one thing that I didn't really go into a whole lot was spelling assistance. And spelling assistance enables the built-in spell check within the window, within the internet browser for the student. And it really is only a helpful accommodation if you're turning on accommodations for one test. It's really only a helpful accommodation if you have constructed response questions, those open-ended free response questions where they are typing their answers out. And what it gives them is when they misspell a word, it gives them the red underline dotted underline that we're used to seeing to indicate that a word has been misspelled. Okay, so if I've got constructed response questions, then that might be something that I turn on for this student.